First, I wanted to say hello to I couldn't get Clown from Slipknot here, so I felt like we needed a clown. This is a $49 save on Clown, you know, in honor of Halloween and so forth. 14 years ago, a producer client of mine, Ross Robinson, and I flew to Des Moines, Iowa and met Slipknot and signed them to our label. And so I've had a vast relationship with the band. And I feel like they're just so visual, and they're such a visual band. And you know, to me, one of the greatest live bands on the planet. It's a spectacle. They toured Europe a lot, and they did the Mayhem Festival the very first year, and we wanted more. You know, on a touring festival, it's very difficult to create what we're creating here. What we're creating here takes 5-6 days to set up. I started a security company in college, like a pure t-shirt, like the yellow shirt guys that you see, and it really grew and expanded to 7 different states, and I started doing work for the Rolling Stones and for U2 and for the New Kids on the Block. So I started putting guys out on tours, and we did racetracks and concerts and so forth and so on. And one of the guys that worked for me actually started with Guns N' Roses right when they started. He asked me to come work with him full time. So I loaded up the truck from Phoenix, Arizona and moved to California, and that was in 1990, and I haven't looked back since. So I've kind of done it all. I've managed tons of bands. I've managed tons of record producers, but in about 2002, I saw the writing on the wall that record labels were really going to have a difficult time. Because before that time period, 2 of the big things for a band to make money is publishing and record royalties, and they've gone down by 70-80%. So bands and musicians and artists need to be super creative. Whoa. Yeah. Here, take him. Go take him back to Corey. Bye, Clown. Bands now have to be so creative. You can't over tour. You can't come back to a city 5 times on a record cycle. You know, it's changed so much, and the internet has changed things so much that it's super important that you get creative on how you run your business and do your band. Things like KnotFest with Slipknot. You know, they're creating an annuity, and it's not for money. It's for fandom. It's for their fans and so forth. So all through the 90s and most of the 2000s, I was a manager, and then in 2004, I did my first festival. I was working with The Cure with Robert Smith. Really now, I'm really in the niche business. You look at some things that try to be all things to all people, and you just can't do that. Because we're compressing our ideas into what's going to reach a niche of people and what's going to work that people are passionate about. And you know, it's worked out really well thus far. I think the biggest thing is always reach out. You know, don't be shy. You know, and prove you're the best. If you do get an opportunity to get a job with a company like ours, or Golden Voice, or Live Nation, make yourself stand out. Have a passion. Passion is everything in life, and there's so many people that just want to get through it and put in my 8 hours, and that's not how it goes. If you get an opportunity, if you're in school and you work your ass off and you make contacts, you know, work hard and be passionate about your job. The music industry is a tough place. It's a tough place to make it as a band. It's a tough place to make it as a promoter. It goes back to my comment before, is just feel like you're the best, be the best. We live in such a, I don't want to use the word niche again, but we live in such a specialized society now, and where this tiny little job could be massive. I think if you're a student at MI, the most important thing you can do is you really focus in on what you can be the best at, and then you exploit that. And when I use the word exploit, I mean you fucking hit it in the head and you go for it. If you're great at editing videos, edit the hell out of videos. You know, don't try to be another thing that you're not, unless you have a crazy skill. MI is so important to me because, you know, we've had an opportunity to give back to MI with scholarships for our Medal of Honor, our veterans, and it's, for me, it's like music has changed and saved and brought everything to me. So I hope nothing but the best for your students, and just go out there and kick ass.